Hey Butterfly, you know what time it is? Review of season 4, episode 7 of The Shy. I think it's called The Black Messiah or something with some Messiah in it. It made me think of the D'Angelo album that came out. Beautiful. Before we start, let's get something straight. I had a great weekend. I hope you did too. That weekend included eating crabs. The people just left my house. I had a crab boil at my house, had my friends and over here. So this over here, that's butter. Stains. Because I was getting into it. You feel me? All right? When you look at me on here, you just know, oh, when you see that stain, you think, wow, Tanisha had a great weekend. That's what you think. Let's get into this. I took my glasses off so you know I'm not here to play around with y'all. First things, let me get my drink. This was a gift from a friend several years ago. It's my face. See, divinely tied. And it says my first name, Tanisha. Juicy episode. Keisha was talking to her mama, Nina. That's her name, y'all. And her mama was asking her, have you considered the real repercussions of raising this child born from rape? There's a lot of R's in there. And I'd like to pat myself on the back for making it through. And Keisha hit us with a, do you love me like I love you? Love is all we need, but it's not. It's not. Okay? Love is not going to be all that we need in this situation. Her youth and naivete showed up in that conversation. Nuck, the neighborhood pimp, got shut down. Side note, I got a cousin named Nuck. He never remembers who I am, what my name is, or whose child I am. He does often mistake me for my mother because I look just like her. It's a wild thing. Moving on. All throughout that episode, when Trig was on screen, it kind of felt to me like I was wondering with the way that they were involving him in scenes and the way that like things were going. I was like, are these his last 24 hours? Is Nuck going to come back and kill him? When Duda came up in there and was like, shut up! Shut up! And shut this down. Next thing you know, he was gone. And all the sex workers were free. Free to go, free to be. They ended up giving them the house. Imani was kind of irritating me a little bit this particular episode. Because she had been pushing Trig to get this house shut down and get these girls free. And she didn't have a real plan. We found out that she didn't have a real plan all along. She was just flying by the seat of her fur coat. Was that fur? Was that squirrel? Mochilla, fochilla. I don't know. Alley cat. Speaking of alley cat, an old woman tried to sell me some cootie cat this weekend. I'll tell you all about that later. True story. I don't know what about me says that I wanted to buy some cootie cat, especially the old kind, but we got to shut outside down. I'll get into that later. They ended up turning the house into Trinity House, which I loved. That was a full circle moment. She was the inspiration for Imani pushing Trig to get this particular home shut down so much. And we end up naming the house after her. I like that. I like that very much. Cross this off my list. Remember when old people used to do that? When they used to lick their fingers to turn the page? And they used to lick their pen before they... Nasty. Keisha and Kevin's mom, a.k.a. Nina. Because I know her name now. I know her name. I know all the names. Okay? I know Rosalind is Candy. I know Nina is Kevin and Keisha's mom. Pat myself on the back for that. She was feeling guilty. That cheaterization was nagging on her, right? And it was so funny how Emmett came up in the house and he was like, basically, I know that you did something that you regret and you need to come clean because I know what that face looked like because I am the creator of that face. Because we all know Emmett was the beginning and the end when it came to that whole cheating stuff. That was his zhuzh, okay? And he could recognize it. And I like that they had that little moment there. I'm sitting there when Nina at the end of the episode told Dre I was with someone else. But before she told Dre, she emotionally let her stuff go on to Jada, and Jada's dealing with enough. Leave Jada alone, please. Everybody. But she put her emotional baggage onto Jada, who is the best friend of Dre. Like, why would you put her in that predicament? I didn't like that, Nina. Then you go over here and you told Dre, and I'm sitting here like Boosie Badass. Come on, man. Come on, man. When she told her, as if I didn't watch the episode in which she cheated on her. I'm still sitting here like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like I didn't know. That's how I felt in that scene. And I had to really laugh at myself because I was really sitting here with the Boosie Badass face on. I can't believe she did my dog like that. And I can believe it because I watched it. We watched it together. Come on, man. I really like that moment between Imani, Trig, and Jake. I know all the names. Hey, the Shy. If you haven't had the rap party already, I'm willing to attend. I have money to buy my own ticket, to put up my own hotel. I can get my own outfit. Invite me, okay? Just wanted to plug that in there. I like that moment in which they were talking about the spring fling when he asked for some money. And then Trigger's like, what you want some money for? And he was like, so I can ask, surprise Jimmy with tickets to the spring fling. And then Imani was like, y'all don't know how to dance. Jake was like, we can't dance in the name of love anymore. And I was like, that's right, Jake. We can't. Okay? We can't. It's canceled. It's over. Turn it in. Turn the lights off. Leave. No mas on that subject. But I really love that tender moment that they had between them. And it made me recognize that, in a non-traditional sense, this version of love can become the blueprint that he knows for love. It's going to take a lot more work because you see he still got a lot of that future up in him. When Papa was writing the little love note trying to get Maisha back, Jake like, oh, you ain't never going to see me doing no corny stuff like that for a B. Oh, baby Future. This is actually Future's origin story. Okay? I'm telling y'all right now, what's going to happen is Gemma is going to break Jake's heart in the way that she broke Kevin's heart. And that's how Future became Future. He thought he was out here, Mr. Badass, do what I want to do when I want to do it. I don't get chose, I do the choosing. Bars. And, the one girl gonna come up, take his heart, change his whole steez. Got him acting different, more suavemente, besame. Okay? Okay? She got him acting a little more suavemente, besame. He's doing things that he's never done before. She's stretching him emotionally. Stretching him. Okay? And once she plays him after he done stretched, Future. That's what happens. Because men are not able to get over heartbreak at all. They make a lot of us suffer for things that happened when they were young. And they're going to carry it and close their emotions off forever. So this is the origin story for Jake and Future. I'm glad that y'all here to get some clarity on how we got to the toxic king. But good job on that Tinder scene. Really love that. That scene felt very ominous. Like, to me, it was almost like from the moment that Trig was on the scene, that there was kind of like a time clock ticking. Like, I really felt like, are we on the first 48? Is somebody gonna come for him? Is he gonna get accidentally killed? I was waiting for the rug to be pulled from underneath of me, and I was scared. I was scared. But what actually happened was that he was trying to break up a fight between this raggedy. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them. Drink a man and Cam woman with the child that got sense. The child the only one in the situation that got the sense. But drink a man and Cam woman doing what they was doing, right? Acting up. And she done brought her brother. Trig is like, everybody calm down, please. I'm tired. My feet are sore. I done went over here to the new halfway house, rehabilitation house for sex workers. I done bought them something to eat. I done helped Duda out the car. I done showed my little brother what it's like to be a real man and to care for a woman. Now I'm over here dealing with y'all nonsense. Everybody, please, calm down. He turned his back for 2 seconds and bam, Drink a man that shot Cam woman's brother in the chest. We don't know their names today. I know I said I know all the names. I lied. Okay? I don't know all their names. I'm not going to learn their names because I'm sick of them. I don't want them to reappear. So now Drink a man's going to jail. And the girl, I'm going to call her Maisha Part 2 because she seems like she's got a pretty good head on her shoulders. I feel like now she's going to probably go into foster care because this lady is not her mom. It's just Drink a man, a.k.a. her dad, is just his girl. And she ain't going to want nothing to do with the girl because now her daddy done killed her brother. So I feel like now, good news is, I like their little gaming community. Kev, I know you done messed up your life in a lot of ways, but I feel like gaming, hey, get into it. Let's see what you can do. Maybe you can become a coder, an app coder, something like that. It's possible. I like that. I like that they were doing a non-traditional thing because you didn't know what they was going into. But I love that little surprise about them going into that little gaming space. Crossing off my list. Checking it twice. The community outreach program. Nice. Very nice. Okay? They had the refrigerator with the free food, free clothes. You're helping Miss Lady cross the street and get her stuff through there. Everybody was caring for each other, loving and caring, reinvesting in each other. That's how Black Wall Street happened. I ain't see nobody looking up in there. They should have looked up to make sure nothing was coming down. But some people don't like it when we looking out for each other. But I felt like the clock was ticking, and Trig alluded to that. He said, you know, we got to do something else at the end of the scene after Drink a Man killed his girlfriend's brother. He was like, we can't keep losing people like this. We lost Trinity, trying to do the right thing too. Losing people in the midst of trying to do the right thing. And you know, they often say, the elderly people say, you know, doing the right thing don't always lead to the right results. And it's going to take some time for things to turn around. And it's going to take some time for things to turn around. It's not going to be immediate. Even though their intentions are well placed, it's not going to be an immediate turn around. Every now and then I get a... You know I got to sing a little bit up in here. Tiffany is to Keisha what Brandon was to Kevin. Do y'all hear me? I love their little bond and their little, you know, sisterhood and how they don't have any weirdness towards each other because they was both smashing Emmet. I like that whole, let's talk about the name things. Jada said she wanted to honor Emmett Till by naming her son after him. Does he live up to the name? We don't know. But I understand. And look how the episode ended. Keisha named the baby Ronnie. I've kind of felt like the baby whined in the Ronnie tone after she said that. I felt like the baby was like, wah, wah. Could have been just me. I don't know. Papa, great job with Jake and the whole love language talks. If you guys have not read the 5 love languages, I highly suggest them. It can work wonders not only in your romantic relationships, but in your familial spaces. For instance, I have a niece. My love language for a long time was quality time. So I loved her in that way. Let's have new experiences. Her love language is gift giving. So it didn't matter all the experiences that I would give her. If there wasn't a little souvenir or something after the fact, she didn't feel the love that I was trying to give to her. So I highly suggest that you use it. I even use it in my coworkers. I pay attention to them. Some of them want to walk up and they want to do a little pat on the back or high five. Some of them need words of affirmations. Very good book. Puts a lot of different things into perspective. You can even look back on some of your old relationships and you can see if it didn't work out. We said old relationships. You can see where the demonstrations of love may have been overlooked. Like I used to have relationships where dating wealthy guys and they just love to shower me with things. And I just felt like, I don't want you to shower me with things if you're not around. Okay? Now I'm in a pandemic and just cash at me. I'm okay with that now. All right? You got to be flexible. Mm-hmm. Next up. Sex parties. Let me just tell y'all this. Because we here. A friend of mine would say, if you go to a new beach or a sex party, you are way more likely to be in a room full of bad-bodied old people. Bad-bodied old people. Next up, Lil Stoya girl is getting into his feelings. We already talked about that. I feel like the community outreach, if it doesn't reach a different outcome, grand opening, grand closing, because it's not going in the same way. I love the line that Duda said about Black people not needing to be a monolith and that we don't all think the same, because Lord knows all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And you have to be okay not being on the same accord as everyone at the same time, but having a commonality against certain things that hinder your race in general, such as racism, oppression, targeting, those type of things. We can all be against those things and have completely different outlooks about how to resolve those issues. Some people don't care. To some people, like Lil Wayne, remember he said racism doesn't even exist because he's rich and he looks like a roach. When he told Trig, you need to be more careful, it was a foreshadowing of what was to come that night when there was that shooting with the drinker man. I felt like that was due to expressing that he cared. Telling him, be more careful, man. I care for you and I need you to be around. So take care of yourself. Guys, let me know what you thought about the episode in the comments. I'm not sure how many more we have left. God willing, I can get invited to the rap party. I need y'all prayer warriors. Hey, pray for your girl. Get me there. Because this is my show. And wouldn't that be amazing if I can be there and doing these recaps and I can call people in and ask questions? Number one person I'm going to call in is whoever put the pen to the paper and said, Jada with cancer. We might even have a fight. Y'all like fights? We might even do that. All right. Have a fantastic, whatever is happening, day, afternoon, evening, month, year, life. I'll see you guys here same time next week. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.